5FLE. Boy, I can barely read you on 3 watts, Larry. Real scratchy, but I can sort of tell what you're saying.
Well, is the hum that I had on the other radio too objectionable?
I didn't make that out if it was directed to me.
He was asking if the hum on the other radio was too objectionable.
I couldn't answer. There was just too much noise, so maybe y'all heard.
Larry, I'd say if they can't stand the hum, they can turn their radios off.
Yeah, give me a minute to switch radios.
I personally like the 3-watt one.
Was Larry running 3 watts because he just was trying it out, or was he having to?
He was running a low-power radio, and he was using that because the one that had more power had a big hum on it. We were discussing this a bit before, and that's why he changed over to the other radio.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't listening before. I just kind of tuned in and heard Greg and him talking, so appreciate the info.
Okay, this is low power Larry with probably about 30 watts or so now, with some hum.
I don't hear the hum here in Lake Worth. You're sounding a lot better, though.
Yeah, you got rid of the hum. Can hear you now.
Oh, so maybe the hum is a microphone connection thing. Okay, I thought maybe we were having a problem with the radio internals.
No, you were getting a very large hum before, kind of like if you're on a battery and it's about to go dead. It's kind of the big loud hum, and there's none of it there now. It's nice and clear.
Yeah, that tells me it's a connection issue. If it's there 1 minute and not the next.
Hey, Larry in Springtown, did you say you're in Big Spring or Springtown?
Springtown. Larry is 5 RES. I was hearing Larry number 1 up here in Springtown with his 30 watts. And also hearing with 3 watts, not quite.
Okay, Roger. For some reason, I thought you said Big Spring, and I was thinking, wait, did my brain tell me that, or did I hear that? So that makes better sense. I'm going to shut up so they can talk. KI5FLE listening.
Hey, it's good to hear from you, RES. Always good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. We're doing as good as can be expected. If it were any better, something'd be wrong.
And you could owe the IRS money.
Hey, Larry, I could copy you over here in Lake Worth on the 3-watt radio most of the time. You know, it was much lower volume, and of course there's a little noise on the frequency for me, but yeah, I was copying you, where I could read you on 3 watts.
Yeah, RES said he could barely hear me on 3, and I thought that was really surprising. Must be a good clear path or something, or propagation's really working for us. Like I said, I've got an amplifier, but I've never sent it back in, to repair. So maybe this is the motivation I need to get it sent in. Well, we'll see about it.
Hang on. Brian, Flea, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Time he was talking, you couldn't understand a word he said. And now you're saying, hey, on your 3 watts, I could hear you. You couldn't understand a word he said.
If you heard me correctly, I said I was copying you on 3 watts. You were real low at first, but then he did fade out where I couldn't tell what he was saying at the end of it before he went over to the 30 watts.
It was misleading, Flea. No.
Yes, I went to his house yesterday. Yes, I did.
All right, so we don't have to sit down a third party agreement. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, Tom. Okay, fine, what do you think?
I can just barely pull RES out of the noise. Sometimes he's there for me, sometimes he isn't.
I think the band's just at that time of night I've been talking about that everything's been going kind of downhill most of the time lately. Well, I'm on QSY over to 146.58 for that Simplex net, so you guys have a good time, and I'll be back afterwards. KI5FLE. It comes on at 8 o'clock, Larry, and the net controller, of course, is over in Weatherford, so yeah, you ought to join in. And tonight doesn't sound like it's going to be a great night for propagation, but, you know, they have relays and stuff, too. It's kind of a cool thing to do each week. Oh, you bet. Nice talking to you, too. KI5FLE.
That's the HT net, right?
No, it's just the Simplex net. It's an ARRL weekly net where they put out the call for, people to check in from, gosh, I forget how many counties we've had on there, but they kind of go county by county, letting people check in and then come back and, tell a little bit about their station or things like that. And at the end, they open it up if any stations want to contact each other directly, and usually runs for about an hour.
Yeah, that's the one that sounds like everybody's just using HTs. Nobody can't hear anybody unless they're within a mile of you.
Not from my perspective. I'm usually hearing, at least in the surrounding counties, everybody, and most of the time it seems like it works pretty good. Is that your YouTube website too, NGM, your call sign? Okay, roger that. I may check that out. I'm gonna be listening on the actual frequency tonight, but yeah, I'll check that out. I like finding the YouTube pages for the hymns, especially friends in the area. So, good luck with it.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm watching it now. A little bit of a lag there, but go
Cool deal.
Hey, has anybody heard anything about a real bad school bus wreck, I think out in Sweetwater tonight? I think a high school, I don't know if it's a football team or not, but supposedly there's a few fatalities, and my aunt and her daughter and grandkids were heading out there for this thing, and the game got canceled, of course, but just wondering if anybody's heard anything.
Yeah. Andrews ISD bus is over off of between Andrews and Springtown. And anyway, there's 2 dead. It was on I-20.
We don't have any details, but we got that information off the web about, 2.5 hours ago, Roger.
Oh, okay, you and Tom were doubling in almost about the same strength, but I did hear Tom saying he'd heard about it, and then I heard you saying, I guess the details, was it Andrews, or what was the name of the school?
Andrews Independent School District. It was a school bus that had band people on it, I-20, eastbound, around mile marker 179.
Okay, Roger. Man, sounds like a bad deal. All right, well, thank y'all for the info.
It appeared to be on fire also.
Oh, man, that's horrible news. That's terrible. Well, I guess we'll be seeing, I don't know if y'all saw it on TV news or what, but I'm sure they'll have more on it tonight.
Says the school bus rolled during the crash. Then multiple ambulances on the scene. And it appeared to be on fire on the picture that was posted on Facebook.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, I was just listening to the Nolan County law enforcement and fire and stuff out there, and they're not really talking about it right now, but since it obviously happened a little while ago, they're probably not needing to talk about it right now.
Continue UFO tape. News release or whatever was issued out of Big Spring, where they said it was eastbound lanes, I-20, mile marker 179.
Okay, Roger that, and I heard you too, Tom, thank you. Yeah, that's why I thought I heard Larry say Big Springs a while ago. I probably had that on my mind. Well, I appreciate it, guys. KI5FLE.
Looks like a tractor from tractor trailer that's on fire. But it's probably the underneath of the bus, because the bus looks like it's sitting on the ground with no wheels underneath it, no frame. Oh, you know what? I think the picture's cut off. I think it's in the median or something to where I can see a guy standing there, just see the top of him.
right, is the frequency clear?
Well, I'm going to jump in here while you can still hear me because you're loud in Waxahachie, K5WXY.
Boy, wouldn't that be refreshing. I hear you very strong, Gary. All right, this is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa. I'll be tonight's net control for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Tell all your friends, neighbors, and licensed ham operators to join us every Friday night right here on 146.580 at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. This is a directed net, so please recognize net control, and we'll direct the traffic best we can. Also, we rely a lot on relays. Good radio protocol, but it also helps us bring in lots of stations. So if there's a station out there that it appears that they're just trying to get my attention and not really doing a good job at it, so if I can't hear them or it appears so, just say relay. Just say relay, and we'll swing back around and pick up that traffic. We do check-ins by county, so county by county. So if you're so inclined, keep score and listen to the check-ins. So once we go through the first round of check-ins, we'll come back around and let everybody have a little airtime. Tell us who you are, where you are, and what counties you're hearing. If you want to give a detailed list of who you hear specifically by station, that's okay. But if you want to do an abbreviation, just tell us the counties you're hearing. That would be just fine. Also, there are a couple of stations. KI5LET Top, TOPP, up in Wise County. He is operating NetLogger. So if you want to monitor along on NetLogger, and I'll let Top come in and give a brief overview if he's there. KI5LET, are you there?
Mike, I'm here. Just briefly, you can go to netlogger.org and download the app, install it. They've got Linux, Windows, and Mac versions of it. No mobile devices yet. And once you install it, you'd click on Monitor Net and or Select Net, and look in the list of all the current nets that are available, and you'll see us, North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Click on that, and it'll just give you a rundown of who's checked in so far, who's currently up, and then some remarks, typically what equipment you're running, et cetera, or anything notable. And so it's just kind of fun. It's just a way to kind of keep up with what's going on. And then for relays, if you can't hear net control, you could at least see what was going on. And then if it might make it a little easier for you to relay in or know when to relay in. KI5LET, back to net control.
Okay, Top, thanks a bunch. And he usually puts it on the Facebook page, and I'll just make that quick announcement. We do have a Facebook group page. I know some people like Facebook, some people don't, but nevertheless, we have it there. It's North Central Texas Simplex Net. North Central Texas Simplex Net. And it's a great way to stay in touch, share information, make any announcements, buy and sell stuff. So check that out. If you'd like to be able to post and commiserate with the group, it'll ask you to answer a couple of questions, and then we'll approve you to get into the group. All right. Let's see. Anything else here? Nope. I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Again, we do county by county. And this is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa. My name is Mike. I'm in Parker County, just to the southwest side of Weatherford, Texas. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our check-ins. What I'd like to do is allow any new check-ins. So if you're new to the group, or your first time checking in, or perhaps you're a new ham operator or an upgrade, we'd like you to come to the front of the line. So new check-ins to the group, new hams or upgrades, come now.
Kilo India 5 Romeo Uniform Papa.
Okay, I got November 5 Bravo Delta Tango. If you would, sir, let me have your name and what county. Tell us where you're located. coming into Parker County. Very good. Thank you and welcome aboard. KI-5 Romeo Uniform Papa, can I get your name and location?
KI-5 RUP, name here is Bobby, and I'm located in Godley, Texas, Johnson County, about 2 miles west of Godley.
Okay, Bill 73. Bobby, welcome to the group. Check in as often as you can. We like getting new folks, and everybody seems to enjoy stretching their legs on Simplex. All right, that's two first-time check-ins there. N5 Bravo Delta Tango, that's Bill in Southeast Collin County. And we've got Bobby, KI-5 RUP, as in Papa, down in Godley. Any other new check-ins, or first-time check-ins, I should say, new ham operators or upgrades?
Whiskey 5, Foxtrot, Papa Kilo.
Any relays?
Was the station there, Mike? I didn't hear him. Have him try it again.
Station trying to call in. Go ahead one more time.
5, Foxtrot, Papa Kilo.
Station ending in Kilo?
So you doubled with him.
I believe it's Whiskey 5 Foxtrot Kilo.
Foxtrot, Papa Kilo.
That's right, you got me. Whiskey 5, Foxtrot, Papa Kilo.
Okay, whoever got the full call there that said Foxtrot Papa Kilo, you seem to have the best copy. Would you go ahead and hit that station's location and name, please?
You doubled, Mike, with somebody else.
Whiskey 5 Foxtrot Papa Kilo, do you copy me?
That's affirmative, I copy you. Whiskey 5, Foxtrot, Papa Kilo.
Okay, Roger, I'm getting you a little bit weak, but we were just wondering what your name was and where you're located. This is Kilo India 5 Foxtrot Lima Echo.
My name is Doug. I am in North Richland Hills.
Okay, Roger. Steve, he said his name is Doug, and he's in North Richland Hills.
Okay, Brian, that's Doug in North Richland Hills, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for the relay. And that's how it's done, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see here. Any other relays? All right, let's go county by county, and I'm gonna go way over to the south or southeast of me and call Ellis County before I lose propagation. Calling for Ellis County check-ins.
Kilo 5, Whiskey X-Ray Yankee, K5 WXY.
Okay, that's K5WXY, Gary in Waxahachie. I got you S5, man. That's like S9. Anybody else in Ellis County that would like to check in? All right, good to get a good signal on you, Gary. I hope it holds up. All right, we're going to continue with county by county check-ins. Let's go down to Hill County or Bosque County. If you're in Hill County or Bosque County, please come now.
Whiskey Charlie, 5 Whiskey Charlie, Bosque County.
Okay, I got Whiskey Charlie 5, Whiskey Charlie Wiley. I don't know if you're on a new radio, but man, that is some really, really good audio tonight. Any other Bosque or Hill County check-ins? Any relays? All right, let's keep going around down south. Let's call Hamilton County, calling Hamilton or Mills County. Mills or Hamilton County. If you'd like to check into the 2-meter Simplex net, please come now.
KB5, WB fixing to go eat supper.
Boy, I had somebody in there. Try it one more time.
Yeah, it's KB5, WB on my little bitty antenna. I don't have the big one up. I'm fixing to go eat supper, so all I can do is pop in and say hi, and I'm gonna go eat supper.
Okay, KB5WB, I got the very end of that. You're going to eat supper and you wanted to say hi, so you are duly noted. All right, let's see here. Wiley, are you on the omnidirectional tonight? Well, I just want you to make a call down to your southwest there and see if you can get anybody down that way, Hamilton, Mills, Comanche, or Brown. If you're on the beam, shoot it over that way, see if we can pick them up. Okay, well, I'll do another county and just come back in when you're ready. I just want to pick some folks up here. This is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa, North Central Texas, 2-meter Simplex net. Let's go up to Johnson County. We're calling for Johnson County stations to check in now.
Kilo Bravo 5, Yankee Bravo India.
I got KB5YBI, got Ken. Any other Johnson County stations on frequency tonight?
Kilo India 5, Hotel Golf Tango, short time.
Okay, I've got KI5HGT. Jeff is in and out. Any other Johnson County check-ins? All right, I got 2 from Johnson County. I can't stand it anymore. Let's go to Somerville County and see who's there. Anybody in Somerville County?
Whiskey 5, Mike Lima Delta.
All right, I got MLD and KBT. I just had to hear just a little short on that new radio, Mike. So make sure you let everybody know about your new toy when we come back around. So that's W5MLD and Whiskey 5 Kilo Bravo Tango. The first is MLD, that's Mike. The other is Kelly, and they are both located in the Glen Rose area in Somerville County. Next on the list, let's see if we can get, how about Erath County? How about Erath County stations? Calling for Erath County stations to check in now. Okay, let's go to Hood County, calling for Hood County check-ins. Okay, we recognize KI5 November Yankee Bravo. That's Don in Hood County. Any other Hood County check-ins at this time? Well, I have not heard RKX Scott. I hope everything's good. We haven't heard him in a very long time. I hope everything's good. All right, this is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We are doing our county-by-county check-ins, and I'm kind of bouncing around, so I hope everybody's kind of paying attention to see who they hear and they don't hear. WC5WC, are you there? He may be pointed away from me where I can't hear him at all. Let's see here. Let's see if we can call on Comanche County or Brown County. Any stations in Brown or Comanche County that would like to check in?
Mike, he's calling right now. W5MLD.
Thank you, sir.
Heard a Waco station.
Mike Wiley came back and said no station heard. W5MLD.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, MLD, and thank you, Whiskey Charlie 5, Whiskey Charlie. Somebody came in there and said that they had a relay.
I heard somebody say something about Waco. I couldn't tell if it was somebody trying to come in or not.
Okay, Wiley, MLD relayed to me that you had no contact, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, buddy. Thank you very much. All right. We're going to move around and continue with county-by-county check-ins here. Let's call on Tarrant County. Tarrant County check-ins, please.
Foxtrot Lima Echo.
Kilo India 5, Hotel X-Ray Kilo.
November 5, Juliet Lima Hotel.
Okay, hold it right there. I've got Fox Lima Echo. I got Jake, JLH, and HXK Keith. Glad to have you back. Any other Tarrant County check-ins?
Kilo Echo 5, November Golf Mike.
Kilo Bravo 5, Romeo Mike.
Okay, I got November Golf Mike, Romeo Mike, and there was another station that I had a signal but no audio. Any other Tarrant County check-ins?
Relay.
Go ahead, Relay.
Yeah, there was KB5RM, Les over there in Arlington.
Okay, I got him. There was somebody else I didn't get audio on. Let's see. Listen up, make sure I can hear them all. Any other Tarrant County calling Tarrant County check-ins?
55 LTV, that was me.
Hello, Matt. Anybody else in Tarrant County? I got KB5WB earlier, so we'll give one more call for Tarrant County and we'll continue on with our check-ins. Tarrant County, your turn. Okay, let's call on Parker County. Parker County check-ins, please.
Kilo Golf 5, Juliet Bravo Charlie.
November 5, Tango X-Ray Lima.
Kilo Golf 5, Sierra Quebec Juliet Bob.
K5 Delta Charlie, Dwayne.
Okay, so far I've got PQK, hello Chris, JBC, TXL, SQJ, and Delta Charlie. Any other Parker County check-ins? Any relays? Any relays? Okay, this is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We're doing county-by-county check-ins. And let's see here. Let's go into the west of Parker and call on Palo Pinto. Palo Pinto check-ins, please.
Cat 5 LST.
All right, I've got LST. Hello, good evening out there in Gordon. You're in Gordon, correct?
That's correct. Name's Joe. No traffic.
Yeah, great signal, Joe. If you're going to hang around, I may have you make some calls for us out to the west. Any other Palo Pinto check-ins? All right, let's go up to Young County, calling for Young County check-ins. All right, hello, Jerry. I've got Kilo Fox 5, Victor Bravo Lima. Got a good signal on you tonight. Any other Young County check-ins? All right, that's KF5, Victor Bravo Lima, Jerry up in Graham, Texas. So take note, guys. Propagation's pretty good tonight. Let's see here. Let's go down to Eastland County. Anybody in Eastland County that would like to check in tonight? Okay, that's AI5 Bravo Uniform. Cam, I have a really good signal. How are you copying net control tonight? Take it. All right, good to have you aboard. That's AI-5 Bravo uniform in downtown Eastland. Any other Eastland County stations that would like to check in? All right, how about anybody east of Eastland or west of Eastland or west of Palo Pinto, Stevens, Shackelford, Callahan, any of our far western counties? This is the 2-meter Simplex net calling for your check-in. Any relays? All right, let's continue on, and let's call on Jack County. We're calling for Jack County check-ins. I heard somebody key up. Did I miss it? Anybody in Jack County? Jack County check-ins, please. Okay, let's call on Wise County stations to check in.
KI5LET.
All right, that's Tango Oscar Papa Papa. Great signal, 25 over down here in Parker County tonight. You know the drill. If you don't mind, Top, try to make a call up north and see what we can find.
Absolutely. Let's light up the band scopes. This is Kilo India 5, Lima Echo Tango, assisting the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Any stations that would like to check in north of Wise County, we'll try Grayson County, Cook County, Montague County, Clay County, or any stations north or even north of the Red River. Come with your call now.
Whiskey Delta 5 Mike, Cook County.
Okay, I got Whiskey Delta 5 Mike, David in Cook County. Any other stations would like to check in on this frequency? Come with your call. Nothing else heard. We did pick up Whiskey Delta 5 Mike. This is KI5LET, back to net control.
Okay, very good. Top, tell me right quick, what do you see and how many you got monitoring on NetLogger?
I have 11 right now on NetLogger.
Okay, good. All right, appreciate you doing that. And this is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa. I'm net control for tonight's North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We're doing our first round of check-ins by county. If I missed anybody, what we're going to do now is make a general call for any stations anywhere that would like to check in to tonight's net. Please come now. Any stations anywhere that would like to check into the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net.
Kilo Alpha 6, Golf Mike Echo, Jeffrey, Boston County.
KJ5MA.
KJ5MA. Good evening, Mac. Anybody else that would like to check in tonight?
Relay.
Go ahead, Relay.
Did you get KA6GME?
I did not. I don't know why I can't hear David, but if you have a copy on him, tell him I cannot hear him, but he is in the log.
QSL, David, you are in the log, sir. W5MLD.
All right, that's our first round of check-ins. That's 29 on the first go. Let's go back around and let everybody have a little airtime and see if I can get a hold of Bill up there in Collin County. N5BDT, are you still there? N5 Bravo Delta Tango. Bill, if you're there, come on in. All right, not hearing him now. Let's say hi to Bobby, see if he's still around. KI5 Romeo on Papa down there in Godley. Are you still there?
KI5RUP, we're still here.
Yeah, Bobby, come on in and tell everybody just a little bit about, again, your location and what your station setup is at the moment.
We're located about 2 miles west of Godley on 171 towards Crescent. Our radio is a well, I'm drawing a blank. I'm a new ham, in case you were wondering. I've had my license since October, so it's a Yaesu FT-991A. I'm sorry, and we're looking to get us an HF station here pretty quick after Christmas if my wife doesn't look at the credit card bills. So that's a little bit about us. Back to net, KI5RUP.
Okay, Bobby, welcome aboard, and welcome to the hobby. Absolutely, and join here every Friday as often as you can. We enjoy getting new folks, and especially love to hear folks getting into the hobby. And if you need any help with anything, please reach out to us. And if you're so inclined, North Central Texas Simplex Net's a Facebook group that we have, and there's a lot of communication between members of the group and so forth. So if you need any help with anything, antenna-wise or whatever, just reach out to us, and we'll be glad to help. All right, that's KI5RUP, Bobby, new check-in down there in Godley. Next on the list would be Whiskey 5, Fox Papa Kilo. I don't know if he can hear me. W5, Fox Papa Kilo. Doug, if you copy net control, come on in. All right, I don't think he can hear me, but he was relayed in, and he was in North Richland Hills, I think is what Brian said. Next on the list is Waxahachie, Texas, K5WXY. Gary, I hope you can hear me. Come on in and remind everybody what you got going down there on your station.
Yeah, this is Gary Yankee, located about 5 miles north of Waxahachie in unincorporated Ellis County, where I can do what I want to. I'm running a Yaesu FT-991A. It's an 80-watt radio. It's hitting the 10-element Cushcraft that's side-mounted on the side of the tower at about 50 feet. And that's about it. I copied the Godley station really well. I was surprised. And the stuff out to the north and the west I usually hear, but I don't usually hear anything to the south of me or the east of me. Anyway, also I've got a high frequency setup, but we ain't talking high frequency here. This is VHF. Kilo 5 Whiskey X-Ray Yankee Waxahachie.
Well, Gary, it's a pleasure to be able to hear you nice and clear. So that's great. I'm glad to not have to have you relayed in. But anyway, thanks for always being there. That's Gary in Waxahachie, K5WXY. He's in Ellis County. Let's see. Next on the list is Wiley. He is in Bosque County, WC5WC. It's your turn. Okay, Wiley. Yeah, your audio's really, really good. Nice and clean, not overdriven. It just sounds real good. I don't know if you've ever used that mic before, but maybe it's the combination of the mic and the antenna tonight. That's WC5WC Wiley in Bosque County. If you cannot hear him, it's because on that last transmission he was using a directional beam, probably pointed sort of kind of west of him. KB5WB was in and out. We're going to Johnson County now. KB5YBI. That's Ken. Hello, Ken.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Glad to make it back in here tonight. Mike, you started out in S7. You're in S9 now. N5BDT was an S7. KI5RUP, Bobby down here in Godley, just across the pasture from you a few miles, plus 20. W5FRK up in North Richland Hills, I had an S1, but I could hear him. Gary down in Waxahachie, he's an S9 tonight, strongest he's ever been. Wiley was S5 when he checked in, had him S8, S9 that time. KB5WB was an S7. Then I missed a few. I got the call signs, didn't get signals on them. KI5NYR's S3, KI5LSE plus 10, KI5HXK plus 20, N5JLH S7, KE5NGM plus 40, KB5REM plus 10, W5LTZ plus 20. Now let's see what I got on the back side of this page. I've had to turn the page over here. AI5BU, Cam, I actually had an S1. I could hear him and understand him. KI5LET's 10 over. And WD5M, David up in Cook County, had him about an S10. I got Mike down there in Bosque County and KJ5MA both, but I didn't get readings on them. Got quite a few of them. I'm hearing pretty well everybody tonight. So it's real good. I'm running the Kenwood 721A, 45 watts into a UVS 300 at 35 feet. There we go. Good to hear you, Mike. Thanks for doing it. KB5YBI, back to net control.
Okay, Ken, good signal about S7, which is about as strong as you have ever been, or as I've ever had you over here. So that's KB5YBI, Ken in Johnson County. We had another check-in from Johnson. That was Jeff, KI5 Hotel Golf Tango. He is in and out. Next county we're going to go to was Somerville, and first on the list was W5MLD Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and everybody on the net. Running the Yaesu FT-991 Alpha tonight. Just got it in, and just kind of get it sorted out into the Mirage amplifier, 160 watts out, and Diamond X510. Having some strange conditions tonight, but heard BDT Bill S4 when he first came in there, and RUP was an S7, WXY was an S1 to S3, was QSB on there, Wiley of course full scale, WB was a little light tonight, about an S1, YBI Ken S7 to S8, Jeff over there, when he checked in, he was an S5. Kelly, of course, full scale. NYB was an S6, and a lot of the other stations just wasn't able to copy tonight. But anyway, Mike, you're about an S4 to S5 tonight, too, a little lighter than normal. But with that, we'll turn back to net control, W5MLD.
Okay, I was kind of doing two things. Did you tell everybody you're on the 991?
Oh, yeah, FT-991A tonight, checking it out. W5MLD.
Sounds good. All right. Next on the list is Kelly, and he's in Somerville County also. W5 Kilo Bravo Tango. Hi, Kelly.
Good evening, Mike. Yeah, I'm still have the FT-897 going to a combination 30, and so 50 watts, and my ears sounded a lot like Mike's tonight. Seems like we always hear about the same thing. Don't get much north. So that's what I got. W5.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I mean Kelly, you and Mike are both real strong up here tonight in Parker. So that was two Somerville County check-ins in Glen Rose. Next, we're going to go to Hood County. And the station is Kilo India 5 November Yankee Bravo, and that's Don. Hey, Don. Okay, Don, very good. Very good. Was there another station trying to check in? I heard a little bit of a double. All right, must be me going crazier. All right, next is Tarrant County stations, and first on the list was KI5 Fox Lima Echo, and that is Brian. Good evening, Brian.
Good evening, Steve and everyone. Yeah, tonight I've been having some weird QRM on 2 meters between about 8 and 10 at night the last 2 weeks, but I do seem to be hearing stations out to the east better tonight than the west. I was getting Waxahachie. I heard Mike there, MLD down in, I always want to say, yeah, it is Glen Rose. I did hear I believe the Bosque County station, and I did hear Joe out there in Palo Pinto County, and of course, even some of the Parker County stations I wasn't getting quite as good tonight, and with Tarrant County, I think I heard everybody. I'm working on my ID 5100A, the ICOM tonight, and still on the Tram 1480 in this case, and it's about 25, 30 foot up, and other than that, I think that's it for me. Back to you, Net Control.
Okay, Brian, good signal. Real good signal over here. Next in Tarrant County would be Jake, and his call is November 5 Juliet Lima Hotel. Jake, if you're still there, come on in and tell us who you're hearing tonight. Maybe he left. N5JLH, are you there? Well, I guess Jake is maybe on sideband, but that is who we were trying to get a hold of. He's in North Richland Hills. Let's say hi to Keith, KI5HXK.
Hello, this is Keith, KI5HXK. I'm located southwest Tarrant County. I'm running a ICOM 9700 with a GP9 antenna that is now at about 26 feet. I'm hearing a lot more and a lot clearer, especially Mike VSP. You are the clearest I've ever heard you. I was hoping it was that extra feet, but apparently a lot of people are hearing better tonight. Anyway, nothing else to report. Return to net control, KI5HXK.
N5JLH.
All right, Keith, good to hear you. Glad you're back on the air, and you're much stronger tonight. And the height always helps, Keith. All right, there's old Jake, N5JLH. Jake, go ahead and take a lap and let us know who you're hearing.
Well, I'm just about hearing almost everybody there. There's one, I think, out there that's way out there that's, I'm not sure where that one was. It wasn't too strong. Well, the one down in Waco, it wasn't quite pointed there, but I could hear him off the side. It wasn't real strong, but I could hear that station. All right, N5JLH. I'm back to net control. Sorry about that. A while ago, I had to dozing off. What a thing. Anyway, back to net control. That's all I have tonight. Everybody's doing great here. Everything's the same. N5JLH.
Okay, Jay, good to hear you, and good signal as always. All right, next on the list is in Tarrant County as well, KE5, November Golf Mike. That would be Trey.
Hi, Mike. This is KE5NGM. How's everyone this evening on the net? Thank you for running the net, Mike. And, yeah, about the same here, the same setup. Oddly enough, it sounds like MLD now has about the same station as I do, but I think his diamond antenna has a little bit more gain than mine has. So, interesting to hear that and see how they compare. And I think I can make it down there to him. Other than that, about the usual east and north and south is good. The west, not so great. Nobody in Palo Pinto. I couldn't get the Young County station, but I did hear pretty much everybody else and the Hood County station, which I typically don't get. So other than that, that's about it. KE5NGM, back to net control.
Okay, Trey. Very good. And everybody's coming in quite well tonight. Let's see if we can get a hold of Les, KB5 Romeo Mike. Les, if you're copying net control, come on in here and tell us who you're hearing tonight.
KB5 Radio Mike, Les in Southwest Arlington. Hello, Mike. I'm hearing you about S4 most of the time, which is a good improvement over past experiences. I'm hearing most of the stations tonight. I'm hearing especially Mike pretty loud there in Somerville County with his new 991. Wasn't hearing Kelly, who's also there, but that's, you know, he probably is not running as much power. Everybody's sounding good tonight. I am running at 2980, Yaesu at about 80 watts, and I'm trying out a home-built 10-foot-long antenna up about 35 feet, and with that improvement I've made in antennas, I am hearing everyone a good bit better. So thanks, Mike, for running the net. Back to you and the group, KB5 Radio Mike.
Okay, Les, good to hear you tonight. I don't always hear you. Somebody does, but I can hear you about S3 here in Parker County, so good stuff there. Next on the list is W5LTZ. That is Matt. Matt, go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Mike, and everyone on the net. This is Matt, W5LTZ, down in Crowley. Let's see, station hasn't changed much. I am back on my ICOM IC7100 tonight, running 50 watts, I guess. My 100-watt radio's getting looked over by a local tech guy, so maybe that'll even be a little bit nicer when I get it back. Especially on the sideband. It was a little bit off frequency. I think he's going to try to tune that up, dial it in for me. Yeah, so no other changes. Still this Diamond CX333 up at about 35 feet off the ground. I haven't really been logging the station tonight. I've been watching Pop's work on NetLogger, so I haven't been doing my own spreadsheet. I was messing around with something else when the net started, so I kind of missed the top of the list, so I decided not to do it. But everything's sounding great. Also, I do want to say the W5FTK, I think it was, I forget the call sign, was up in North Richland Hills that called in as a first-time check-in earlier. That's Doug. He's a new ham as of this summer. He's a friend of mine. And so he's listening. He's picking up some of those Tarrant County stations. He's got a new station up there, so he's kind of finding it out. So anyway, send it back to you. Thanks again. W5LTZ.
Okay, Matt. Very cool. And Doug, if you're here in net control, you're going to get in. Just keep coming. Sometimes I can hear you out that way, and sometimes I cannot. But glad to have all the new check-ins and new hams. That's good news. Let's see. We're going to go into Parker County, and first on the list is KA5PQK, and that's Chris. Hello, Chris. KA5PQK. Chris, are you still on frequency? I got a signal, but no audio. I don't know if that was PQK or not. Chris, PQK, are you still there? Maybe he's having technical difficulties, but he was super strong earlier. We'll come back around, and let's go to KG5 Juliet Bravo Charlie. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Mike. This is Jerry over in Azle, KG5 JBC. Not a whole lot of change tonight, but I am hearing a few more stations. Could not hear Godley or Hood County or Young. I did barely hear MLD in Glen Rose, and he actually got a little bit better toward the end of his transmission. I hear pretty good toward Waxahachie or Johnson County, and all of Tarrant County, even Southwest Arlington was sounding great here, along with Crowley. Don't seem to do quite as good west, but But anyway, a little better than not tonight. Appreciate you doing the net, Mike, and I hope you guys have a good weekend, KG5JBC.
Okay, appreciate your check-in. Good signal here, and glad you're hearing a few stations. Propagation's pretty good tonight. All right, next on the list is N5TXL. Your turn.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Caught me not paying attention and had to jump up and get back within Bluetooth range of my radio real quick. Anyways, not a whole bunch happening here. Went ahead and we were planning to head out to Purtis Creek State Park Monday and Tuesday for Thanksgiving, and been watching the weather real close. Report on it yesterday after we found that one of the lows overnight, and that's just not going to work for our not quite yet 2-year-old little guy. So we'll be camping in the backyard, and hopefully I might be able to sneak away for some parks on the air. Let's see. Definitely having some propagation tonight. I'm hearing some people I usually don't hear, and I kind of my litmus test is old top KI5LET. If I can hear him, on how well I hear him tells me how well the night's going to go. And I tell you, he sounded just like KJ5MA here. So it sounded really good, getting out really good propagation. Nothing's changed with the station. It's still the same 50 watt into GP3 about 20 feet up. That's all for me. N5TXL, back to net.
Okay, Jason, good signal. I hear your fan club there in the background. Very good. All right, we're going to go to Springtown, Texas, northern Parker County, K5 Delta Charlie. Hello, Dwayne.
Well, good evening, Mike, and everybody on the net. Good to hear everybody. I'm hearing some better and some not so well. I heard the Waxahachie station pretty well. The interesting one was YBI in Johnson County. I could not hear him up until about the last 15 seconds or so while he was signing off. Then he popped up to about half scale, so some weird QSB there. Running the same station here that I've been running for several months. Not much else going on. Getting ready for the holidays, get ready for the CQ Worldwide contest next weekend. The band conditions are getting interesting. In fact, this morning I worked at Japan station on 160, so that's always a good sign, the start of the low band season. Back to the net. This is K5DC.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's forward to it. I always in the winter time it slows down and start playing HF and start wanting to build antennas and climb on structures and make my wife crazy. So glad to hear you're doing a little HF. All right, next on the list is in Palo Pinto County. That would be Joe, KI5LST. He is in Gordon, Texas. Joe, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Don't have much to say. I'm on my ICOM ID5100 tonight, and I've got a Diamond X700 up 20 feet off the ground, and I'm, I think, 1,300 feet fly elevation, and I'm doing 50 watts.
Well, you and I must have a just eyeball to eyeball because you're literally 60 over. Joe, if you're so inclined, just make a general call for the net if you don't mind.
Sure, this is KI5LST, assisting the North Central Texas Simplex net, looking for anybody anywhere, particularly west of Palo Pinto County. That would be Shackelford, Jones, Fisher, Stevens, Young, Throckmorton, Haskell. Anybody on the frequency want to talk? Now nothing heard. KI5LST back to net.
Well, I don't think it's because of your signal. I just think no one's out there, but we'll keep trying. Good to hear you, Joe. appreciate the net call. And that was Joe out. He's about 30 miles west of Weatherford in Gordon. It's KI5LST. We're going to go out to Young County, and that's out in Graham, Texas. KF5 Victor Bravo Lima. Jerry, are you on frequency? All right. Well, when you were on 5-2, I don't know who you were trying to contact. I just was listening to y'all back and forth, and I could hear both of you. And at the time, y'all weren't hearing each other. Okay, I kind of figured it was a family member, but at times he was just booming in down here, so he was probably right in my backyard for a moment going down the highway. All right, that's KF5 Victor Bravo Lima. That's Jerry, and he is in Young County. And if y'all aren't familiar with where Young County is, it's about, I'm in Parker, so it's to my northwest a good ways, couple of counties, so he's got a good station out there. Next on the list would be Eastland County, Alpha India 5 Bravo Uniform. Hello, Cam. Okay, Cam. Yeah, a little QSB, but you're strong at times, and then it's drifting. I think it's either going to get real good later or worse, but you've got a good signal here, and appreciate you being there in Eastland, Texas. Downtown Eastland in Eastland County. Next on the list is Wise County. That's KI5LET top.
It's KI5LET. Thanks for running the net tonight, Mike, and enjoyed hearing everybody on the net tonight. Same station here, ICOM 9700 at 100 watts, Comet GP9 at 45 feet, 7 miles south of Decatur. I'm hearing most stations. Let's see, I've got, I did get Bobby, KI5RUP, and FPK, got those on the initial check-in. I got Gary, really good WXY, good strong signal. Wiley was coming in just crazy. I didn't hear him on the check-in, but when he came back with his beam, he was just blowing me out of here. Let's see, got Ken, of course, in Johnson County, good signal there. MLD's new radio sounded great. I got a 5.4 on that one. Let's see, Brian came in solid at a 5.8. Good signal on Keith. Your antenna sounds great at 26 feet. It's working really well. Heard just about everybody else on the list. Let's see, I was going to remark that, let's see, LST Joe was a 5.8 or a 5.1, but a really clean signal. The audio was just really clean. I was impressed. No static at all. One of the cleanest signals I've heard. KI5LET, back to net.
Okay, Top, you can, with your elevation and your new antenna, you can hear everybody breathing, just breathing into the mic. So that's a pretty good perch. And thanks for always being up there and doing the net logger, too. That's KI5LET in Wise County. Let's go to Cook County, and that's Whiskey Delta 5 Mike. He is on the remote base up there off a tower in Cook County. Hello, David.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and everybody on the net. Everybody sounding good tonight. It's good propagation. The only stations I could not hear was AI5BU. I could not hear him at all, and not hearing KA5GME at all, or PQK. I'm not sure if I ever heard PQK. He's usually mobile or handheld, I think. And then everybody else I'm hearing, Somerville even I'm hearing tonight on their callback. Initially I couldn't hear them very well, but on their check-in callback, I could hear them just fine. So they're really making it up this way just fine this evening. Let's see, Don and Hood, I can hear him fairly well. A little noise on the signal, but I could copy him. And Doug and, let's see, Doug was in Tarrant County. I could hear him, but was kind of weak and noisy. Maybe a beam issue there. Then Wiley in Bosque County, I could copy him pretty well. And then Jerry in Young County, I'm usually on the side of his beam, so he's a little noisy, but good copy as well. And everybody else, I'll say just pretty much full quieting or very near full quieting up here. Again, I'm still running 10 watts on a CX333, and everybody sounding good up in southwest Cook County. WD5M, back to the net.
Okay, David, great rundown, and love having your receiving reports up there in Cook County. How high is the antenna on the tower?
About 1,500 feet.
Woo. Okay, good stuff. All right, appreciate it and love the reports. That's David, and that's Whiskey Delta 5 Mike up in Cook County on a remote base going through an antenna on a tower up there. All right, let's go to Parker County and say hi to Mac, KJ5MA.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, everyone on the net. Same station here, the 746 Pro, running about 90 watts to Diamond X510 of about 20 feet. No changes there. I'm hearing everybody except the station in, let's see, it was W5FPK in North Richland Hills, and I'm not hearing the Eastland stations, or I'm not hearing Young County this evening. So it could be my radio, could be that maybe I need to put this old radio in the shop and let it somebody tweak it up just a little bit. Anyway, thanks for running in that, Mike. Back to you, KJ5MA.
Okay, Mac. Yeah, just that little rise between where you are and over the hump there at Weatherford could make a difference, I guess. But you're strong as you can be, and you always have a booming signal north and east of you for sure. Last but not least, I don't know if he can hear me, but Kilo Alpha 6 Golf, Mike Echo. David, if you copy net control, come on in. All right, David, a lot of QSB, but I heard most of that. Propagation's trying to get a little bit better, but we appreciate you being there, and 7-3. And keep on trying. We're going to get one night where you're going to be booming in here. That was KA6 Golf Mike Echo down in Bosque County. All right, this is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We'll make one more call for late check-ins. Any late check-ins? N0 TTT.
KG5
85SQJ.
You know what, Bob? I am so sorry. I skipped right over you. I thought, man, Bob's already checked in. I got Triple T. Let me go back to KG5SQJ. Bob, my apologies.
No problem, Mike. No apology necessary. Having done net control a few times and been guilty of the same thing, it's no sweat. Again, this is KG5SQJ. I'm still on my TS2000 at 100 watts and a Diamond X510 at only 15 feet. Like others have reported, I'm hearing some stations further out than I normally do, especially with this antenna down the creek bottom. I even heard, let's see, who was it, Gary out there in Waxahachie. I think that's the first time I've ever heard him. And Ken was just blasting in here, YBI, and I mean, he's usually fairly good, but today he was, tonight he was like 40 over. So he was banging in here. And Tom, who is typically strong, literally pegged everything. I mean, it is 60 dB over, so conditions are interesting, but like Mac reported, KJ5MA, I'm not hearing much out to the west. Normally I can hear a few stations out there, but tonight I couldn't, so I guess it's just the way propagation works sometimes. So only thing new for me, I'm trying to get the final design on a loop skywire antenna. It should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 630 to 640 feet long on the perimeter, and still working with some final design things on how I'm going to get them up in the trees. I talked to Mac tonight, KJ5MA. He gave me some good advice on that as well. I think I'm in sync with how he recommended hanging them up in the tree. So hopefully in the next few weeks I'll get that thing put up and have a better antenna than my off-center fed dipole, which I don't have any complaints about. But from everything I've read about loop skywire antennas, I expect it to work a little bit better in some conditions, but maybe not so good in others. So we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, that's all I got, Mike. Thanks again for doing net control tonight. You did a superb job, and don't sweat the skip. That's no big deal. KG5SQJ, back to net control.
Okay, Bob, appreciate it. Only advice I can give you is with that many lineal feet there, use a small wire. I would not want a string number 12, but whew, yep, I like a loop. They're a lot of fun. They're interesting. They perform a lot better than some people realize. Anyway, that'll be you and I another day. All right, next was Dan. That's N0TTT, and he's in Burleson. Good evening, Dan. Come on in, tell everybody a little bit about your station.
Hey, Mike. This is Dan, N0TTT, Burleson, Texas. I think I got the kinks worked out of this old Kenwood TR-751A. Seems to be doing pretty good. I've been doing some sideband on it, and got a little 150 watt amp hooked up to it tonight, and it looks like it's doing its thing. So as far as antenna, I've got a M-square 7 element, and it's pointed west, and I'm hearing everything out that direction, generally west of Burleson, which is the Eastland station, and up at Graham and the Cook County, and those guys are all coming in pretty good. Mike, you're 50 over tonight. I don't know what's going on. It looks like propagation. We've got a little bit on the propagation map around this area, so that may be why some of the stations are coming in good tonight. But at any rate, thanks for running the net, and good to hear everybody out there. N0TTT, Burleson.
Yep, good. The audio is really good, nice and smooth and clean. All the highs, lows, and mids are right on balance. It's just nice, solid audio. And yeah, I don't know, on this old boat anchor, you're 35 or 40 over, so really, really good. That's Dan in Burleson, N0TTT. I thought I heard one more. Any late check-ins? Last call for late check-ins. I'll try.
Relay.
Okay, Chris, are you there? Okay, all right. Well, this is the North Central Texas 2-meter simplex net. We've gone through the first round of check-ins, and we went back through, and we got 30 we'll move on to the next section. And since we have pretty good propagation, I would like to ask anybody that has checked in this evening if you would like to make a call to anybody that you heard on the net. I will relinquish the frequency and you can make a couple of calls. So if anybody would like to make some calls, please come now.
KI5FLE.
KI5FLE, go ahead, Brian.
Yes, sir. I'd like to put out a call to KI5 Lima Sierra Tango LST out there in Gordon, if that's okay.
Go right ahead. You've got the frequency, Brian.
Roger that. Kilo India 5 Lima Sierra Tango. This is KI5 Foxtrot Lima Echo. Do you copy me? KI5 LST. This is KI5 FLE. Do you copy? Well, he may have already signed off, or I may not be getting him now. I was just really surprised because I don't normally get him so clear, and I was not hearing a lot of the other stations out that direction, but he was coming in really good and clear tonight. So, anyway, thank you for the chance to reach out, and back to you, Steve. Net.
Okay, Brian. Yeah, he's got a good elevation. He may have checked out. I would imagine you'd have a good path, but. Anyway, I'll clear with Brian, KI5FLE. Anybody else that has checked in tonight, if you'd like to have control of the frequency for a minute and make a call. Anybody like to make a call to anybody they've heard on the net tonight?
WD5M.
Whiskey Delta 5, Mike. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, Mike, I just remembered I heard a KG5 RDF earlier when you were calling back on the net, trying to check in from Dallas. I thought I might give him a call and see if he still wanted to check in.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
All right, this is WD5M calling KG5 RDF. David, are you still on the frequency and wanting to check into the Simplex net? All right, I'm not hearing any more. It was quite a while ago, and I forgot all about it. But you were busy checking people in and couldn't get in between. So anyway, we'll see if we can catch him next time. Back to the net, WD5M.
Okay, and just holler relay, and if I don't hear you, keep hollering until I hear you. I try to, to everybody on the net, I try to, there's a fine line between going too quickly and dragging it out. So I try to keep a good pace, and sometimes I go a little quick. So y'all just tell me to tap the brakes if you have a relay. Thank you, David. All right, last call for anybody that would like to make a call to anybody on the net.
Comment, YBI.
YBI, go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, I don't know if they're all listening yet. I was just going to add to the list. AI5BU came out in Eastland, had him in S1, but could understand him. LST was S9, but low, but clean audio. And Jerry up in Young County had him S1 and a fair to mid audio. I could understand him tonight. About the best I've ever heard him or Cam, either one. So just if they're out there still listening, they are making it here in North Johnson County. And then David up there, I got him 10 over. KB5YBI.
Okay, Ken. That was KB5YBI in Johnson County giving a salute to the western counties out in Palo Pinto and Eastland counties. We're making it to Johnson County, if y'all hear that. And it looks like if Menolink propagation map's any indication, there's a little bit of enhancement. All right, this is KF5 Victor Sierra Papa net control for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We're going to move along into the ham radio section. It's pretty much self-explanatory, but this is a time where obviously if you have anything for sale or anything you might be looking for, you can put it out to the group. Also use it as an option to ask any questions about any equipment that you might be thinking about buying or having a problem with something or programming. So anything ham radio related. Anybody?
KI5FLE one more time.
FLE, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I'm going to be putting up that 40-foot Ron tower. It's the 20 and not the 25, but I'm kind of looking for, I believe they call it the bearing plate up on the top that the rotor sits on. With my vision, I haven't got a real good idea yet of exactly what I need to buy, but I'm just curious if anybody has one for sale or if anybody has just a general price. What is that plate called again?
Thrust bearing?
That's it, the thrust bearing, yes.
Okay, are you gonna be having an open top on your tower, or are you gonna have the what we call the bullet top that has the cylinder that you slide a mast into?
I think I'm gonna have it as an open top and just keep it at 40 feet.
Okay, so most of the time, and anybody chime in, you'll have a rotor plate inside the tower, and then you're gonna have a top or something. I don't know. There's several configurations. But it's a thrust bearing is what you're looking for. So Brian is looking, KI5FLE is looking for anybody that might have a thrust bearing for sale. All right, Brian, I'll try to remember to put it on the Facebook page, or somebody that's close by, MLD or somebody, put a want out there for KI5FLE, looking for a thrust bearing. Brian, do you have a good email on QRZ, or how do they reach you?
Yes, sir, Roger. That the email address is my primary one and works just great. Thank you.
Okay, we'll put that out there. So KI5FLE is looking for a thrust bearing for a Ron 20G, not 25, but he's going to be needing a thrust bearing, and he is good on QRZ.com for an email. All right, anybody else for the ham radio section? Okay, nothing heard. Last but not least, if anybody has any announcements, now would be the time. Anybody with announcements? Okay, nothing heard. I'll make one last call. This is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We're getting ready to close the net, but this is last call for any late check-ins. Any relays? Okay, we'll go ahead and call the net for tonight. Appreciate everybody's participation. I'll probably be checked by our Deloitte & Touche backup group here, but I have 30 check-ins, and that's pretty much what we've gotten on average. And let's see, I believe 13 counties, if that's my original chicken scratch. So well done, and tell everybody that that is a ham operator that's so inclined to join us every Friday night at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to say 7 threes, enjoy the wonderful weather, and we'll clear out of here and say goodnight. KF5 Victor, Sierra Papa, I'll be clear.
Thank you, Steve. KI5FLE 73.
Another great job, KB5YBI. I had 31 check-ins and 13 counties, KI5LET.
Thanks, Mike, and to Scott for running the net logger, W5LTV.
Hey, Matt.
Go ahead, Mike.
You know, I had a little internet conversation with your friend Vince. He was, I sold it, but I had a beam that I was